Can you hear me now? Avs win over the New Jersey Devils 3-2 in a roller coaster of a third period. Even though no goals were scored, the first period is one of the best I've seen the Avs play maybe all season, at least possession-wise. The Avs outshot the Devils 10-3 in the period and were extremely effective in their own zone, getting control of the puck and moving it up the ice, and even found some good extended zone time offensively. They even forced New Jersey to take the first two penalties of the game, and as usual, their power play failed them. They didn't even manage to record a single shot on goal, and that's not for lack of chances. They just were missing the net with all of their shots, but more on that later. For the Avs, Soderberg stood out particularly in the first. He was showing flashes of the player he was last year when he recorded 51 points compared to the 11 he has this year, and he did manage to hit a post, so 55 on the season now. A big reason why the Avs' possession was so strong was a very good forecheck. They were really putting on the pressure in New Jersey's own zone and forcing a lot of turnovers. Ultimately, though, they don't put it in the back of the net in the first, and they go into the second tied 0-0. From the second period on, this game was really reminiscent of Patrick Waugh hockey. The Avs were getting outshot by a wide margin, but they were still finding ways to score. A little over 10 minutes into the second period, McKinnon is going to go cross ice to Tyson Barrie here. Barry's going to skate it down deep into the zone, and we get to do a little bit more counting. As you can see, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 Devils. Once again, Barrie recognizes this, knows high in the zone is wide open. He's going to go back to McKinnon. McKinnon is just going to put it on net, and when you put it on net, good things happen. Screened in front by Bork, and it finds its way through. Avs go up 1-0, and you would think they would get the message that putting shots on goal leads to goals. Unfortunately, that goal for McKinnon was the second and final shot for the Avalanche in the period. Now, 2 shots on goal in a period is wholly unacceptable. However, that number is a little bit misleading. The period was still okay by the Avs. They were getting some decent chances. Again, they were just missing the net as they have been all season. Defensively in the second, the Avs were doing a really good job of clearing rebounds. While they were giving up a few more shots than I would like, Pickard was doing a good job, and for once, the Avs were helping him out. So the Avs are up 1-0 going into the third period, which would come as no surprise given that these are the two lowest scoring teams in the NHL. But then the floodgates open in the third. Less than a minute into the third, and Avs revert to struggling with clearing rebounds. First, you're going to have 21 putting the shot on net. Barry's going to fail to clear. It's going to come to the point. Second shot on net. Take a look. Where was Tootin on this play? He was off in the corner. There isn't any Devils anywhere near him. He needed to be covering in front, stopping people from getting to these rebounds. Instead, he's standing off to the side, not doing anything. The third chance for the Devils, you give a player like Taylor Hall a grade A chance like that, and he's going to finish it. 3 minutes later, the Avs get momentum right back on a great forecheck by Andrighetto. He's going to use his speed to get to 14 over on the boards. He does a great job taking the puck away and then has very good vision to realize 3 players are collapsing on him right here. 1, 2, 3. And Bork is going to sneak out into the slot wide open, and Andrighetto makes a great pass to find him. Bork actually ends up burying it top shelf. Every time I start doubting Rene Bork, he finds a way to put it in the back of the net. That one definitely hit the defender in the skate and deflected up into the top corner, but hey, doesn't matter how they go in, just that they go in. Avs up 2-1, but they don't have the lead for long as we get another lazy play from Tootin. Quickly off a face-off, the Devils have the puck down in the corner. Barry's going to follow the man through behind the net. That leaves Tootin clearly as the man covering the net front here. Pickard is going to cross, covering the man going behind the net. That means Tootin's the only guy on the back door, and it's his whole job to stop that guy from getting a shot on net. At first, you can see he's battling here, but then he seemingly just gives up and lets the guy take the puck and get a free shot on net. Unacceptable. Whether that was a lazy play or Tootin didn't have his head in the game, that's got to be frustrating for the Avs. Most of the players were working really hard tonight, and one player can ruin it all with one play where they just aren't ready. A play like that is a perfect example of something Bednar can punish by benching a player for a game. You call up Siemens, give him a chance, and show that plays like that are unacceptable. So it's tied 2-2, and the Avs have blown 2 third-period leads. Honestly, I really wasn't expecting them to get a third goal, as they had only scored a third goal 3 times in the year 2017 before this one, and one of those times the third goal was an empty netter. With time winding down in the third, it looks like the Avs may at least squeak out a point by getting it to overtime, but then it happens. The puck is going to come up the boards to Boschman. He's going to put it on net. Como is going to do a great job at getting to the front of the net and battling to get it back to Bosch off of the rebound. The rebound is going to come back to Bosch here, and Bosch is going to get a second chance opportunity, and he makes no doubt. That goal is a great example of how a second chance opportunity is so important. Off a rebound, if the offensive team controls the puck, the defensive team has to scramble a lot, and you're almost guaranteed to get a quality scoring chance. So, it might come from an unusual source, but at the end of the day, the Avs get the win and make it 2 in a row. Other news and notes for this one, Barrie picked up his 31st point of the season, passing Rantanen for third on the team. He's really starting to find his offensive game again. Andrighetto now has 2 points in 3 games for the Avs compared to Martinson's 0 points in 3 games for the Habs. I know they play very different styles of hockey, but as far as the Avalanche are concerned, they got to be really happy with that trade so far. And finally, for Comfer Watch, he looked really good in front of the net again tonight. Had a couple tips that just didn't quite get on net, but you can feel his first point is going to be coming soon. That is the end of this game review. Thank you for watching. Tell me whether you liked it or hated it, either down below or in the Reddit thread. For the thought of the game, the NHL Centennial Fan Arena is in town both today and tomorrow. I know I'm going down to go see the Cup and talk to some of the Avs players. Who else is going down?